I have spent close to 3 years of my life in serious relationships. And I mean saying I love you, spending way too much money on Valentine's Day, and of course, heartbreak. When someone becomes a huge part of your life, the person that you've by far spent the most time with, letting them go is rough. And I have been on both sides of a breakup. I have done the dumping and I have been the dumped. There's no perfect way for a relationship to end, and neither side is an easy side to be on, but I definitely think that being broken up with is the worst of the two. Because usually when you get broken up with, it feels unexpected, and like the other person has an easier time letting go than you. And just to be clear here, that is not usually the case, but it can definitely feel like it is. One of the most common requests I get for videos is about breakups, either how to do it, why did it end, etc. And while I can't say that I'm speaking on behalf of every single guy out there, I've had my own experiences with it, I've talked to my friends about it, and so today I'm gonna try and explain what's going through a guy's head when he's breaking up with you. For me personally, when I think of the last breakup that I had to do, I wasn't sure if it was what I wanted. Because the girl I was seeing was great. She was fun to be around, she was super pretty, all of my friends loved her. At a glance, there wasn't really any reason I would ever want to break up. But internally, I guess I had started feeling trapped. We had been dating for almost 9 months, and it definitely felt like it was starting to get really serious, which I guess is something that I didn't realize I wasn't ready for. She had anxiety and depression, and it started becoming my responsibility to make her feel better. But at the same time, I was having some of those issues myself, and it felt like I went from being responsible for the happiness of one person, just myself, to two, which was overwhelming, to say the least. I didn't know how to handle it, and so I started considering the possibility of breaking up so we could both take time to work on our own issues. And I definitely wasn't confident that was the right answer. It was just something I just started considering. I thought that maybe I was just being impulsive and all these problems were just in the short term. But as time went on, I begun to realize that they probably weren't going to go away anytime soon. And if anything, they were getting worse for both of us. So I thought we needed a change, and I decided to end things. I'm not saying my line of reasoning was right or wrong. I think those are really like subjective opinions, but I didn't know what to do. I guess you could say I was having a quarter life crisis. A relationship that I thought was progressing a little faster than I was comfortable with started to feel overwhelming, and after a couple of months of trying to make it work, I realized that I couldn't, and so I ended things. And I think a big part of it is that I feel like I'm great at being single. Like, that's something that I get. I've spent the vast majority of my life being single, and I really enjoy it. Not because I'm trying to always hook up or anything, I don't have to think about somebody else all of the time. I guess I'm very comfortable being single, but being in a relationship that goes on for an extended period of time starts to feel more like an us than a me. And I think I'm not alone in feeling that way, because for a lot of people in their 20s, a relationship could turn into moving in together, you know, getting married, having kids, really settling down. I have friends that are my age that have gotten married this year, and that is crazy to me. So if you're not 100% certain that the person you're dating is someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, is there even a point, or are you just wasting time? So is that the reason that all guys are dumping girls, because they're not sure it's the person they want to spend the rest of their life with? No, of course not. But for a lot of guys in their 20s, it's definitely a problem. What about in high school or as a teenager? I vividly remember my longest running high school romance, and let me just say that my reason for breaking up with her was a lot less deep. After our initial honeymoon phase, I realized that we were really different people. And so once we started sharing class together but still hanging out with our friends instead of each other, I just kind of knew it wasn't gonna work. And it just got so weird that I had to end things. So I guess I can't really tell you the reason you might have gotten dumped by your last ex, but I can tell you this much. All of the reasons that a guy breaks up with a girl is because from his perspective, what he wants and what she wants are two very different things. And it's really easy to assume that it's for a shallow reason, like maybe he's cheating on you or just wants to go hook up with other people, or maybe something you did pushed him away. Because we as people look for easy answers for things that we have no control over. Maybe it's entirely something that he's going through. Maybe from his perspective, had you guys met at a different time, at a different place, it would have worked out and would have been a happily ever after situation. But in reality, you can spend all day speculating and it's not really gonna get you anywhere. At the end of the day, having an end in general just sucks, but it's important to take away all of the things that you learned from that relationship and that breakup and to just move forward, because there's so many other people out there, and for whatever reason, the two of you just weren't meant to be. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you took away something from it, or that it could have helped in some way. And I'm curious, have you ever been broken up with? And what was, or what do you think was the reason? Let me know in the comments below. Last week, I asked everyone what clothes you like when guys wear. So on the screen right now are a few of my favorite comments from that. And remember, this is something that I do every week. So if you want to be at the end of next week's video, make sure you leave your comment down below, and maybe I'll choose yours. Make sure you are subscribed to me and have notifications turned on to never miss an upload, because I make new videos every week. Which, by the way, if you're still craving more, I went ahead and put some right next to me here. Check that out. Tons of advice over there. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!